Staples Center. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. There is no shortage of athleticism in this one. Both teams, Doris, can simply outrun you, rise above you. But now they face each other.
What's better than watching high flyers face off? Who is going to put down a poster dunk in transition? Who is going to be on the highlight reel on the gift that you see over and over? Electric athleticism. Let's tip it up, Kevin.
Absolutely. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Collison and Oladipo are the guard set. Sabonis and Turner inside. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Here's Collison. Following the basket by LeBron James. Back to Turner. He dishes it to Oladipo. Just 5 on the clock. Count it. Good.
And sometimes there's no defense good enough for Victor Oladipo, an incredible shooter even with a hand in his face.
Tipped away. Stolen by Collison. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the game.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Rondo kicks to James. Over Bogdanovich. James misses.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
The Pacers making a switch here. Evans is checked in. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Sabonis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
Rondo against Bogdanovich. Rondo finds James. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Well, mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Pass to Sabonis from outside the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Sabonis has got 7.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, Bogdanovich, a guy who has moved around a little bit the last few seasons. But you wonder, has he found a home with Indiana? This guy steps right into the wing, gives them great production from the 3.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And some changes here for the Pacers. And the Lakers have possession. 6-point game. Stevenson drives in to the wing on the left. Hart the pass to Stevenson. 6 to shoot. That one goes in. Here's Holiday. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Young taking his time here. Kicks it to Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Nice shot by McDermott.
That's the in-between game of Doug McDermott on display. He continues to get better with that over time.
Stevenson outside. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out of hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Bullock. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Off target from the wing. Stolen by Bullock. A floater, and it's good on the layup.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Outside Holiday. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Boy, that was the perfect end to the period. You have no idea how much effect those buzzers can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's Indiana bringing the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been...
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the court.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence gotta have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose, and they've played with aggressiveness.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Ingram. Hart is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Muscala in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes light up. His shooting is just out of this world. The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken second overall back in 16, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
Pocket 2, count that bucket. Holiday's got 5 now.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Lance Stevenson. LeBron comes in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
Los Angeles making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Bounce pass Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Ingram. And a change for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Evans outside. Back to Sabonis. Shot clock at 5. Over Caldwell Pope. The 10-footer. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, I think Domantas Sabonis, one of his great strengths is taking smart shots. That jumper is pretty.
It's tipped. James. Doesn't go that time. Ready by Bogdanovich. And so Collison will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Rondo. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Indiana again, turning it over. Lakers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. The Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end. And LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
So the Pacers called timeout, their first of the game.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Pacers leading by 5. Evans kicks to Bogdanovich. Now Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's Evans missing.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Caldwell Pope, this is to McGee. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. And Stevenson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Josh Hart in for Caldwell Pope. Matthews, he's checked in for the Pacers. Corey Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. Hart, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here quarter so far. Now Evans, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And here's Matthews. And it's oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Bonus.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
And why not, Greg, right? If you continue to produce, just get him shot after shot. Super assertive right now on the interior.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Sabonis and Turner inside. Collison is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Collison with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Inside. It's tipped. Collison, the pass to Sabonis. Just 4 to shoot. Releases. Bogdanovich, no luck. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Kuzma. Off target with his 3. And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. Over Collison. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Caldwell Pope against Collison. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Passes it to Joseph. Shoots over Kuzma. And again, it's Indiana.
You just need to have a high level of basketball IQ in the pick and roll. Corey Joseph, step to the mic, sir.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called the Lakers. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams...
Well, I think it has always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime-type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David. They've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you. And Stevenson's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Pacers also making a change. Matthews is checked in. Holiday against Stevenson. Bounce pass, Holiday. It's stolen by Muscala. Stevenson passes to Hart. Wants to get it to Stevenson and does. He gets that one. Stevenson's got 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Evans finds Young. Unable to get that one. Good D by Stevenson. Ingram against Matthews. 14 feet away. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Ingram.
And you gotta respect the level of concentration Ingram maintains at all times. Doesn't matter if he's wide open or pressured. This guy is a lights-out performer.
And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Evans, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Bullock kicks to Ingram. Shoots over Matthews, and there's another one for the Lakers.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
Evans with it. Out to the wing. Here's Joseph, and there are the Pacers with another bucket. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The forwards are Ingram and LeBron. Hart is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Muscala in at the 5 down low. That's the Laker 5. Shots good from Young.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
James with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. Here's Hart. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now, it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Muscala. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Ingram. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Hart. Then for the Pacers, Miles Turner, he's checked in for Young. Sabonis comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Collison in for Joseph.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Rondo kicks to LeBron. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Collison against Rondo. Now, here's Sabonis. Tight defense on him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And that sends Domantas Sabonis to the free throw line. That's on LeBron James. Free throw good. Sabonis.
You know what? There seems to me to be an infectious energy when we're talking about Domantas Sabonis. This is a big man with a great future in the NBA.
James, true on the 14-footer. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev. But he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Evans passes to Collison. The feed to Turner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Miles Turner consistently looking to shoot the basketball. He forces the defense to make an aggressive play.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. And the Lakers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath. Made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if we can deliver.
Well, I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
And the Pacers call time here. They lead by 7. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope against Evans. Turner finds Evans, and he converts the layup. Evans has got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Basket good. And 12 points for LeBron.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Collison with it. He's picked up by Rondo. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Now, to me, guys, this is an underrated player in the NBA. Darren Collison's such a strong all-around game whose teammates look to him for stability.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game. Time running out for the Lakers. Here's James. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And so Collison will bring it up for Indiana. The pass to Turner to the inside. Sabonis with the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 9.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back. Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive, really steady from the field.
Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Evans. That one falls. Evans has got the lead back up to 9 now for Indiana. And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 9. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Bullock. Over to the left wing. And the Lakers with another miss. And here's Holiday. So it's Indiana picking up the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now, all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll
on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fucked you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know